I thought I'd make a video to talk about a concept I learned as a result of a misunderstanding when I first got to Macau, where a conference is being held. So before I left for Macau, I was trying to figure out how to exchange currency, where I could get the best deal. And I was talking to one of my opponents, and he laughed at me for how much I was preparing for the trip because he said Macau was very expensive. You better double that. And so I went to get more currency, and that was good. And my first day here, I had gone to a restaurant, and I looked at the menu. And I looked at the numbers on the menu, and hey, that's reasonable. You know, that's because I had traveled to other places before. I thought, hey, that's reasonable. And then I realized it's in Macau currency. I was still thinking about the Taiwanese dollar, because the only place I've really spent any time in Asia is in Taiwan. And I looked at the menu. You know, I looked at my favorite fish. You know, we have steamed fish here. And it was about $150 to $200, and in Taiwan it's also about that much, but it's in Taiwanese currency. And then I looked at, I don't drink here, but I happened to look at the menu and look at their beers, and it was like $20 to $30 Macau, and I'm thinking in Taiwan it's about $20 to $30. And it took me like 5 seconds to, oh my god, everything's like 4 times more expensive here. My opponent wasn't kidding. I had the same experience a few years ago, but it was a much more pleasant experience. I had gone to a conference in the Netherlands, and then after that I went to visit a friend in Poland. And I went to a grocery store over in Poland, and I looked at the prices, and they were very cheap. And I was still confused. I was still thinking the prices were in euros, but they looked very cheap to begin with. And then I stepped up to the counter, and I was like, oh my god, not only was it cheap in euros, it's even 4 times cheaper than that. And so that brings me to the concept of purchasing power parity. So the idea is that you can tell if a currency is overvalued or undervalued based on how much real stuff it will buy you in the country. So one way people measure it is by the Big Mac. It's kind of funny, I don't know what the price of Big Mac is anywhere because I haven't eaten that stuff for over 15 years. But I'm going to guess it's about 4 to 5 US over in the States. And it's probably a lot cheaper in that country. I'm not sure, I've never seen McDonald's over there. A little bit cheaper in that country, quite a bit more expensive there. Well, the Eurozone is pretty big, so that's hard to tell. So the idea is that because Big Macs include so many ingredients and they involve the labor of the low-skilled workers, they encompass a lot of things that you might buy with your money, and it could give you a sense of how overvalued or undervalued every currency is. So that was a nice lesson, even though it was a little bit embarrassing when I ran into it. Thanks for watching.